how to make money as a small YouTuber. Hello and welcome to Zazumi. I'm Sherry Barbera and today my guest is Sam Santiago from AZ Living Channel. And Sam has a channel with almost 7,000 subscribers. Sam is going to talk to us today about how do you make money as a small YouTuber. So let's get right to it. Hello, Sam, and thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Sherry, for inviting me to do this video on your channel.
Tell us about your channel and tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Sam Santiago. I'm the host of Arizona Living. Been doing YouTube as a hobby for approximately 4 years now. So this video is going to be all about the ins and outs as to how I make money on YouTube and my expenses. My tiny channel has about 924,000 views. I'm quickly approaching 1 million views. I have a little less than 7,000 subscribers and about 425 videos. So let me repeat that. 425 videos. Now, I do YouTube as a hobby since I have a demanding job and I have a family. So I'm not doing this full time. It's only a hobby.
What about posting? Do you post the same day, the same time? Does your audience care? Does it matter?
At this point, I just put out basically 1 video a week. So on a month, if I'm just doing live streams, I'm looking at about 4 hours a month. So my show is about my irreverent look on living in Arizona. I'm a transplant originally from New York, New Jersey. I've been called a cross between Howard Stern and Andrew Dice Clay. I rant about whatever's on my mind. I call it cheap therapy. Rather than me paying $75 an hour to sit in front of, a shrink, I get to vent and I make a little bit of money out of it. Now, I do YouTube on my own terms. Some of the things I'm gonna tell you is not gonna be what the experts say. It goes in complete violation of how they say you're supposed to do YouTube. How do I still make money? I made 425 videos, quite a few, okay? Hard work, that's how I did it. Now, some of you have been watching Sherry and Sal for a while now. You may have even seen them live in Scottsdale before this whole Corona thing, and you're thinking someday, if the stars line up, you might, maybe, make a YouTube video. You know how I do it? I come up with an idea, I produce it, I upload it, I move on. YouTube is about making freaking videos, not pondering, trying to be a perfectionist. If that's you, you're never gonna do this YouTube thing. You might as well turn this off now. Now, before I get into the nitty gritty as to how I make money on YouTube, YouTube is not get rich quick. If you're looking for quick money, you'd be better off driving for Uber Eats or Grubhub or whatever. Now, it will take you many years to become profitable on YouTube. Put that as a big banner here. So I post about once a week. I do not have a set schedule, okay? That's the first thing the experts are gonna say you need to have. I also don't have it on my banner that I put out videos every Saturday at 5 p.m. I don't have that on there. The way my channel is, it's a creative outlet. My fans, I don't like to call them fans, my subscribers, the zonies, they get excited when I say I'm gonna post a video. And I don't trust YouTube to actually notify them when my live streams are gonna drop. So I post in the community tab telling my subscribers, hey, 5 o'clock tonight, be there. And they put it on their calendars. And then when I go live, YouTube sometimes sends out notifications. And if my subscribers don't get the notifications, they can't get mad at me because I let them know in advance. In terms of marketing, I don't do any marketing. Again, this is something that'll make people like the experts like Sherry twitch. I don't do any marketing. Why? I test everything. I hired someone from the Philippines via freelancer.com. I paid her $3 an hour because of the exchange rate. That's not slave labor. And she promoted the hell out of my channel on things like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and yada, yada, yada. I had very little results from that. So I decided I'm not gonna waste my time with that. Instead, I focus all my energy on doing good SEO. My videos usually rank for about 2 to 3 days on various long tail keywords, all right? This video is not about SEO. There's a ton of videos on Sherry and Sal's channel talking all about SEO. This is not it. I'm here to talk to you about how I make money with YouTube, and I just want to paint a little bit of a picture as to how I do my YouTube channel before I get into the nitty gritty. YouTube says most videos will not hit 500 views. So in my book, if one of my videos hits 500 views, that's a success to me. Again, I'm just a little YouTuber. I like to say my channel is the dandruff of the dandruff of the dandruff on YouTube's head, okay? I make a teeny weeny amount of money. I am not Mr. Beast or PewDiePie. I am not doing this full time or Logan Paul. Again, this is a hobby. So the first thing I want to talk about is my sponsor, okay? I have two realtors. They approached me, they're sisters, and they said, hey Sam, your audience is who we're trying to connect with. Your audience predominantly are people from out of town, California or Chicago, looking to relocate to the state of Arizona, predominantly the Phoenix Valley, and that's who we like to help. So let's make a deal. So I met them for lunch, we talked a little bit of numbers, we ended it with a handshake, and that was that. So in all my videos, well, most of my videos when I remember to do it, I have a card with their faces and their phone number. I talk about them. I've done videos with them included in the actual video content. And in all my videos, in the description, I have their phone number for people to reach out to them, you know? And I can't get into details because we have an NDA, but I'm happy with the agreement and they're happy with the agreement. You know, when we first started doing it, at one point I thought about calling them and be like, you know, this is not working out. I don't want to feel like I'm taking your money for nothing. You're not getting any deals out of it. Let's just forget it. But then like a month later, all of a sudden their phone started blowing up, you know? So I guess we just have to be a little patient with it, but they're very happy. You know, they send me cookies for my birthday. They send me gifts for Christmas. They're very happy with the arrangement. Now, not all sponsorship deals are the same, okay? I have a specific deal with them. I've also had companies reach out to me to promote their products. There was one particular product that was like a wrap for the Amazon Alexa, and they didn't pay me. They just sent me a bunch of free product, which I had many of those little Amazon Alexa devices, and I put them on all my devices. It just changes the color of them. Basically, it's like a sticker you put on there. And I also did the same for my mom's device. And I did a whole video revolving around that, since I want to do a video about how many Echo devices I have, which is a little absurd. I have a ton of now today. I even have one in my car. You know, I got them all over the place, and they come in all different shapes and sizes now, like the Show with the screen, and like I said, I have the car one, and they have the round ones now. I have them all everywhere. But that's just one example as to a different type of agreement you could make with a sponsor. Now you may be wondering, Sam, how do I know how much to charge? Well, there's a website called bluebook.com, and it tells you how much you should be able to charge for a shout out or an integrated video type of situation. So if you go to bluebook.com, now granted, your channel, if you're not already a YouTube partner, meaning 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, you may not even be able to log into bluebook.com. I think that's a minimum thing. Now let's talk a little bit about AdSense. This is the money that Google pays me for all the ads that people have to watch during my 425 videos, you know? So I find out how much I'm gonna make the 11th of each month, and then on the 21st of every month, they actually put the money into my checking account. So my CPM, the how much YouTube pays me for every 1,000 views, okay? I guess it's click per mil, which is 1,000. I know it's confusing. You would think M is million, but no, it's 1,000. It's a Latin thing. But anyway, click per mil for me is approximately $4.60. How did I figure that out? I took my total number, I went into my analytics, I took my total number of views, divided by how much I made total, and that gave me my CPM, all right? It's gonna be different for everybody. I've heard average is $7 a CPM. Mine is obviously lower than that, but that's okay. Everyone's gonna be different. If you're in the finance niche, yours is gonna be a hell of a lot more than my $4.60. So to me, my most successful videos are those that have the most engagement, meaning people have watched over the 50% mark, they do a thumbs up, they make a comment, they forward it off to friends, they obviously watched the video, which means they clicked on the thumbnail, so it was click through. So those are the things that make my winners versus my losers, you know? And like I said, To me, a video that has over 500 views in my channel is a successful video. My most successful video has 75,000 views, okay? 75,000. I had no idea at the time when I recorded that it was gonna be so successful, but you know, I have over 425 videos. So some are winners and some are losers. You can't win them all. So another way I make money is something called Super Chat. While I'm live streaming, and most of my videos now are live streams, some of my folks, my zonies, my audience, they send me money in a form of what's called a super chat. So as I'm interacting with them on the live stream, all of a sudden I'll get notifications, so-and-so sent you a super chat, and it tells you the amount. Some of them are very generous. I've received like $20 super chats. So I don't specifically ask for super chats, they just donate it, which is nice, I can't complain. T-shirt sales. I use a website called teespring.com. I have several t-shirts that I've had the logo or whatnot designed on Fiverr, and I just upload it to teespring.com. And this is not one of them. This is not my shirt, but you know, the idea is I could promote these products on my channel and people buy and I see a small commission. I don't actually have to deal with any of the merchandise. That's all handled by teespring.com. They deal with everything. They deal with returns and shipping and sizes and all that stuff. All I have to worry about is once in a while is going to the website and saying, yeah, cash me out, move my funds to my PayPal account. But you know, the t-shirt thing isn't very profitable for me. There was one time where I got a lot of sales on one day because I made, I think it was the end of season 2, and I said something to the effect of, you know, these t-shirts haven't sold at all. I'm gonna have to come up with a new design. And for whatever reason, when I said that, my audience was like, whoa, we better order them before he stops selling them. And then they went and they bought them all. So, so that was good. But other than that, I really haven't had that many sales. Next, let's talk about my course. I developed the Moving to AZ Masterclass, okay? I was sick and tired of answering the same questions over and over and over again. My channel's not really for people considering relocating to the Valley. It's more of a vlog about my life living in the Valley. So I decided I was gonna make this product so whenever anyone ever approached me, say, hey Sam, what's the best place to live in Arizona? What about the weather? What about bugs? The same questions over and over and over again. I got sick and tired of answering. Now I can just direct them to this 1 hour, 40-minute course that I developed, and they pay me $10 and they watch it, and I don't have to answer the same questions over and over again. Because again, this channel is my creative outlet. I do not want to keep answering the same questions over and over and over again, because if I get bored, my audience is gonna get bored, and then the channel goes to the crapper, okay? This is a creative outlet for me. So how'd I do this whole website thing from my masterclass? I wrote out a big outline. It took me probably about 40 hours all in to actually produce this course. It's just an hour or 40 minutes of me talking about everything I know about living in Arizona, things that I wish people would have told me. And I created a website on Weebly.com, and I just have a PayPal link. I don't even have like a PayPal corporate account or anything. People just literally go to I think it's movetoaz.weebly.com. I had a real URL for it, but it never worked. So anyway, people go there, they watch my infomercial video, and if they want to actually buy it, they click on the link for PayPal and they type in $10. How bootleg is that? I make them type in the amount and then they hit submit. I get an email instantly, so-and-so ordered the course, and then I have to manually send them the link to the unlisted video on YouTube. It's totally ghetto, but it works. You know, speaking of ghetto, let's talk about my backdrop here, okay? I'm in my daughter's room. We're in the process of moving, and you know, it is what it is. You know, some people comment, your room is messy. You know, this is a hobby for me, and if you're gonna be a YouTuber, the most important piece of advice I could tell you, you have to not give a crap what anybody else thinks. That's the bottom line. If you're waiting for things to be perfect, you're never gonna make it in this business. Never, ever, ever, ever. You're gonna give up, you're gonna get a troll, and you're gonna cry and not ever, ever make any more videos. And that's very sad, you know? So I fight trolls. Believe me, the trolls are scared of me. They are frightened of me because I have ripped them apart sometimes. I'll make an entire episode ripping apart a troll. I have fun with it, you know? So they know better than to even dare insult me because I will crucify them. So I have fun with this. Again, this is my creative outlet, you know? So what was I even talking about? Patreon. Let's talk about Patreon. Patreon is a third-party site where your fans, your subscribers can donate to you, okay, on a monthly basis. So what do they get in exchange? Well, you're supposed to send them behind the scenes stuff. Like I type up articles. I also send them behind the scenes videos once in a while. But I have a handful of people that, are subscribers to Patreon. YouTube also has something similar now called memberships, but I don't do that on YouTube. I stick with Patreon. It's a nice, steady source of income. It's pretty steady, month to month. Now, will some people drop off and some people join? Yeah, and it's just like your subscriber count. I have people that unsubscribe all the time. It's a roller coaster, you know? If people never unsubscribe from my channel, I probably have 100,000 subscribers now. People are forever unsubscribing and subscribing to the channel. It's a roller coaster. Same thing goes with Patreon. So another way I make money, and this is not really a YouTube thing, but I have an iOS app that I developed called Screaming Santa. I had it made a few years ago. I went to freelancer.com. I think I paid $250. And around Christmas time, I usually on this channel promote it to my audience. And this year I completely forgot to do that, you know? And I'm still trying to recoup my investment of $250. The way I make money with that iOS app, basically, it's an app that emulates a child speaking to Santa Claus, kind of like a video conference. And Santa Claus, which is really me dressed up as Santa, screams at the kid, okay? And there's 3 levels of screaming. So by the end, I'm like going crazy yelling at the kid. And so the way I make money, there are ads. So, you know, after the phone call is done, basically an ad plays. And every time somebody watches that ad, I make a little bit of money. And that's how, you know, I'm getting close to recouping my money. I'm getting there. Originally, I wanted to call that app Pissed Off Santa, but Apple said no. So I ended up going with Screaming Santa. I have several info products that I've created that I have on Amazon. I have one paperback book, and then I have several ebooks, like Kindle books, you know? And there's one in particular called 1,000 Women in 30 Days, which it's kind of evergreen. I really should promote that every February for, you know, Valentine's Day. I don't really do that either. So I really don't make all that much money in terms of affiliate links, getting to the Amazon scene. That's not something I've really pursued on this channel. Perhaps once I hit that 10,000 subscriber mark, then I'll pursue that more. But I really haven't pursued the affiliate link thing. And yeah, I know I'm leaving a lot of money on the table. But for me, again, this is just a hobby. So bottom line, how much does my channel make? I'm not gonna give you the final numbers, but I will tell you this. There were 2 months in particular where I made over $700. How? It was a combination of everything I just talked about. You know, the merch, the sponsorship, the AdSense, the Patreoners, the super chats, all in. There were 2 months I made over $700, which is not a tremendous amount of money, you know? But most of the time, I do not make $700 a month. Most of the time, I see a minimum of $150, which is not great. But at the end of the day, again, I keep saying this over and over again, this is a hobby for me, all right? I look at this as a long-term project. Eventually, it could be a supplement to my retirement, you know? Or worst case, if I pass away, it's a way for my daughter to remember me. But either way, it's a win-win. Now let's talk about my expenses, okay? I talked about all the ways that the channel generates income. Well, there's a lot of ways that it takes away from income because of expenses, all right? So every channel is a little different, but let's talk about my expenses. First off, thumbnails. I pay a guy in Morocco via Fiverr.com to create my thumbnails. He charges me a special rate of $5 for 2 thumbnails. However, Fiverr.com charges a surcharge of $2. So at the end of the day, it costs me about $3.50 per thumbnail, unless I buy them in bulk, which I do quite often. I usually wait until I need at least 5, and then I'll reach out to him for a special gig, which he'll create for me. Next, my computer. I currently have an iMac. I bought it about 2 years ago from Costco, and I'm seriously considering getting one of them M1 Mac Minis. If I get the one with the 500 gig hard drive and 16 gig memory, it's gonna be about $1,100. So I'm considering getting one of those. I know Sherry and Sal, they told me once that they lease their Macs, you know, so every year they get a new Mac. I may look into that. Next, my camera. I'm currently using a GoPro Hero 7 Black. I would love to get the GoPro Hero 9 Black because it has a front-facing screen. It does better in bad lighting, and I would love to have another GoPro, so if I do have a guest, I can have both of them going at the same time, or at the very least, have another one at a different angle so I can toggle between them during my live streams. Now let's talk about subscriptions. I have 2. One is Ecamm Live. It's what I use, it's what I'm using right now to record this video, but it's what I use whenever I live stream. That's how I'm able to put comments up on the screen, how I'm able to use my little stream deck to toggle between different camera views and, you know, the cards for my sponsors and all that. And I also have a subscription to TubeBuddy. I pay, I think it's $40 a year, and TubeBuddy is one of the 2 apps that I use for my SEO. I'm not sharing with you what the other app is, all right? So most of you watching this ain't gonna do nothing anyway. You're gonna watch videos till you're blue in the face about how to do YouTube, and you're not gonna ever do any effort, 99% of you. So I'm not gonna tell you my secrets. Now, in terms of lighting, I'm happy with my softbox lights. I don't have them currently with me in this apartment, so I'm not gonna look to replace them anytime soon. In addition, I'm also very happy with my Blue Yeti microphone. I don't currently have it in front of me. I'm actually using the Rode mic that's attached to the GoPro, but when we move to our new house, I'm gonna have to get my Blue Yeti out of storage, and that's what I'll be using, because I'm very happy with it. It does well. So at the end of the year, I take what's called my P&L statement, profit loss statement. It's a simple sheet with 2 columns, one with monies I made and the other column with monies I spent. And I take it to my accountant, and he basically, tells me I need to pay money or I'm gonna get money back. But I am 100% transparent. I hand everything to the accountant because I want to pay my fair share of taxes if I'm due, Now, I am not a tax professional, all right? Don't quote me. Go see a tax professional regarding a P&L statement for your YouTube endeavor, all right? Now, some people claim that YouTube is saturated. It's too late. You should have done it many years ago. Well, my friend, Mr. Beast, very successful YouTuber, he said recently that YouTube has another good 10 years left in the tank. Now, I'll take what Mr. Beast says over what someone who's never made their own YouTube channel says, Now, as Diamond Dallas Page, DDP, says, there's better than, less than, and different than. I strive to make my channel different than. There's lots of other channels that talk about moving and living in Arizona. However, they're boring as hell. Okay, my channel is predominantly about my personality. Okay, there's only one of me in the entire world, the entire universe, and that's what I strive to really make the channel revolve around. Some people watch me because they're interested in moving in Arizona. Most of my audience already lives in Arizona, and they just like my personality, or they want to see what I said upsets them. So to recap, I share with you details on how my little Incy Wincy channel makes money, how my Incy Wincy channel spends money, and I give you a little bit of insight as to my mindset on how I actually do this YouTube thing as a hobby. Bottom line, it takes effort. It's not get rich quick, but if this guy can do it, you can do it too.
Well, thank you, Sam Santiago. This has been such a pleasure as always. Sam Santiago from AZ Living Channel on YouTube. I'm Sherry Barbera. This is Azumi, the YouTube for Business channel. Learn those ways to boost your income, influence, and impact with YouTube.